Well. I'm gonna share this with some musical friends. Hither and yon, hither and yon. I'm gonna share this with some musical friends. Hither and yon, hither and yon. Hither and yon, they're his friends of music. What are they doing? What are they up to? We don't know what they're up to, what they're doing, what they're kaplooing. But Maddie K is here and so is Paul Van Druten. Paul Van Druten, rootin' scootin'. What's going down, you haul? And so it was the time of the great sharing, says Maddie K. You are correct. Marina says hello to you. Super Danny here as well. Chris Freeman punching three times. Folks, just Dylan and I today in Orange Room. We got a couple guitars set up. We're just going to do wild interpretive jams as we do. Michael Burrell is in the house. He's up in Minneapolis doing what need be done. Doing what need be done. In the Dual Metropolitan Complex. He's up there in the Dual Metropolitan Complex doing what need be done. A lot of people don't understand that. They don't get it. Greetings to you, Wandu. Wandu plays, and I dig it. Wandu plays. Mike Masters in the house. Jim C is in the house as well. Greetings to one and all. I've got the red Gristle Master out today. We call this one Wow Red. I wanted to call it Party Red. I don't know whatever happened to that. Somewhere in the grand scheme of things, it went from Party Red to Wow Red. But that's all right. It still looks delicious. We got Flint, Michigan in the house. Michael, greetings to you. Marco, I see you. Jane Hovett Cole, greetings from Wauwatosa. Jane Hovett Cole, greetings from Wauwatosa. Greetings to you. We too are in Wauwatosa. Robert Escott, greetings to you. Neil, what's happening? Yes, I'm going to be in Dallas this weekend. I did get the times of when we're going to be there. I can tell you right now, Saturday I'm doing a gig at 105 with the trio. So that'll be Dylan right there. That's Dylan back there. And then Toby Lee Marshall. And then I'm going to scoot over to the clinic stage, and Ken and I are going to do something at 2:45 at the clinic stage, Ken Haas and I. And then on Sunday, I'm doing a clinic-y thing at 1:30 at the clinic stage, and then I'm part of Red Volkert's Masters of the Telecaster. We're gonna be kicking it. We're gonna be kicking it so hard. Can you dig it? We're gonna be kicking it so hard. Chris from Belgium, greetings to you. Country Gravy says, I'm near Dallas. Well, come on down. That's where it's all gonna happen. That's where it's all gonna happen. We'll add a little heat to this equation. See what we got. We got Toadlick. Sup? Thank you from glorious Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. I like it. Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, a place of power. Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. Oh, I like it. Oh, folks, I added a little heat there. Even though I have a pedal called the Little Heat, although every time I add distortion, I'm calling it a Little Heat. It's actually, I'm hitting my Gristle King pedal, which is providing the filth. I should bring my allergy meds to Texas? I will. I'll pack my Allegra. I'll pack my Allegra Well, sometimes guitars just should stay in tune for Drake. When you got a guitar that should stay in tune. can't hear me. Can you dig it? That was just a boogie tune we like to do where it can go anywhere. It can go anywhere and do anything. We can go anywhere, we can do anything, we can do what we can do. Steve Karras asks, hey boys, meant to ask the other day, when are we going to get a new album from you guys? Well, we have a bunch of tunes in the coffer. We're just finishing up a few more, and then we're going to decide what we're going to put on this particular record. We got a bunch of tunes down, that is for sure. We got a bunch of tunes down. We got a bunch of tunes down for the kids. You know, Orange Church is on there. We got, well, we did a couple of bluesy tunes on there as well. Some of my new tunes. Couple of Muddy Waters tunes that deranged. You know, sitting on a park bench, snot running down his nose. Coffee is so delicious. I got the encore over early, right? Thank you, good night. That's usually the tune we close with. It depends. That's our encore tune. Usually we do spank it into the boogie. I'm sure we'll be doing that one down in Texas. I yank these guitars into some kind of biblical tuning. And then they get mad with me and they say, Drade, stop. Stop what you're doing. You're so mean. And I say, yeah, so what? I say, yeah, so what? Can you dig it? That's a little tune working on. That's the parts of the beast. That's all. Can you dig it? Those are the church chords. You are correct, Amundo. There you have it. Dylan James on those drums. Yeah, people ask about the color. This is actually a red. We call it Wow Red. You got your Wow Red. And yeah, I was using that ventilator on that last tune. My Leslie Simulator du jour. Although I do have harmonic vibrato on the amp itself, which sounds... Nice glassy tone on that rascal. That's right on the damn amp, okay? Right on the damn amp. And, yeah, festive little chord voicings, that little walk up. You know when I'm doing that little, ba-da-da. I like that one. It's like an E over B. C2. And then it goes there to... It's a B minor 7 with a raised fifth. I do a little riffing down there in E. I might do like a... kind of a what's our friend? Steve Cropper thing. Right there. I might do like, or I might do like, different ways of getting around an E. Care Bear chord. Can you dig it? Can you dig the jams being thrown down for the kids? A little tutorial there on that old song of mine. I play it different, like every time, but you know, it's the basic morsels were in there. The basic morsels are good for your soul. The basic morsels. Can you dig it? Mm-hmm. Dakota red, they call it wow red. It's kind of a fiesta red. That's why I wanted to call it party red, which we still do every now and again. Party red, but it's, let's take a look at it. It's transparent, so you see a little bit of that Carina wood underneath. A little bit of that Carina wood. And the back is more opaque. The front is transparent. And you dig it? Got some fingerprints on it. And you're seeing the reflection of some of the glorious lights afforded here in Orange Room to make things look so fiesta-ish. Fiesta-ish. It's kind of, I think it's kind of faded a little bit. I love the color. It's a cool red. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Do. Roasted maple neck. That is correct. Sassy cat has knocked it out of the park. Nubby. Oh. We could do that. People have finally moved into Nubby's house, ladies and gentlemen. We have new neighbors. We have to go over there and introduce ourselves. Say, hey, this is the home of Nubby. This is home of Nubby the Hoardersman. But now it's new peoplesman. New people have come to our neighborhood. They'll be initiated into the ways of Gristle. Welcome to the Gristle neighborhood. Welcome to the Gristle Yeah, get sweeping. A funny story I heard from one of the neighbors that apparently, because I didn't know, we moved into the neighborhood about 5 years ago. And so we didn't really know Nubby all that well, but some of these people have been here for a long time, and we ran into them the other day. And actually, I sang the Nubby song on the radio a couple weeks ago, and my neighbor right across the street said, he goes, here I am leaving my house one day. I'm in the car, I'm backing out. I hear this voice. I go, I know that voice. And all of a sudden, someone starts talking about Nubby. He goes, wait a minute, Nubby? And then he heard me sing the song and went back into the house and turned the radio on. Honey, you got to hear the song about Nubby. So then the other day, my other neighbor was talking to my other neighbor and was telling him about the song, and we just happened to walk up, and then they came over, we were shooting the breeze. And he goes, man, I remember, he goes, Nubby would not only, remember I told you about he was meticulous about sweeping the sidewalks vigorously, but apparently, this is something I didn't know because I never witnessed it, but apparently he was meticulous about his snow removal. And he would actually remove all the snow from the front. Not just the sidewalk and the front walk, but he would also remove it from the front yard and put it in the backyard. So a little more fun facts about Nubby. And one day when my neighbor's kids were really small, they were running, and it was before he had a chance to kind of do the full removal, but it was already been kind of X'd out. It was meticulously removed from the sidewalk. And one of the kids bumped some of the snow, and it fell down on the sidewalk, and Nubby came out, like immediately. Roar! Quite displeased with this young child that has audaciously moved some snow that went on the sidewalk. So, well, what are you going to do? So as you can see, he deserved the song, right? Which, of course, is called Nubby the Hoarder Man. Well, Nubby must have been a hoarder. They've been taking his stuff out day and night ever since he went away. Well, a clown car house it must have been. I got no idea how we put it all. Now they're taking it all away. old truck. We could have bought 10 semis and it wouldn't have been enough to haul this stuff away. Well, the kids and the cousins and the grandkids, there's enough for them and enough for you. Come and take this crap away. Well, Nubby had the cleanest sidewalk in town. Now he and his broom, I know will do it. Moving on the higher ground. Can you dig it? Yeah. Won't be back no more. Going down south, honey. Don't you wanna go? Lord, I'm troubled. I'll be all worried now. Well, I just can't be satisfied. I just can't keep going. Well, I feel like stabbing a pistol in your face. Old graveyard gonna be your resting place. Lord, I'm troubled. I'll be over at night. But I just can't be satisfied. I just can't keep going. But all in my sleep, I hear that doorbell ring, looking for my baby. I ain't seen a doggone thing. Lord, I'm troubled. I'll be all worried mind. But I just can't be satisfied. I just can't keep going. Satisfied, I just can't keep going. my sleep. Couldn't remember that last verse. Went on a train. Sometimes I just Prevagen out, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes I just Prevagen out. Sometimes I just Matt Blackett just called me. Matt Blackett, he might attack it. Matt Blackett, he just might attack it. What do? Hop doodle doo. From nubby to muddy. That's right, Elbar. That's right. I'm in the key of open G. And you can do some festive things in open G, ladies and gentlemen. You can do some festive things. Oh, don't be a knob. Go to the 4. Right? Little morsels there for the kids. Little morsels there for the kids. Open G. Little morsels for the kids in open G. And of course, these are my Fishman Fluence Gristletime pickups on this here Reverend guitar. Of course, you can buy them separately and put them in Telecaster of your choice, or you can just get a Reverend Gristletmaster, and they're already installed. They're already installed. Can you dig it? I gave you some morsels for you to play with at your homestead and rock like a warrior of the Nowiet. Sassy Cat said this is like a free TrueFire lesson. Well, thank you. You know, you can if you're so emboldened. I do have many lessons now over on the TrueFire site. You can access them through my website at gregkoch.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe I have, is it 4 lessons on there now? I can't remember. I got the first one, right? The first one, which is like the master classy thing where I kind of touch base on all things Grissel, if you will. And then there was the 30 licks, right? And then the third one was the Guitar Heroes. There's 3 of them out right now. 3 of them out right now. And the next one will be my solo guitar thing. And then I'm going back out there to do some more at some point. I think in September we book some time. We book some time in September. Dylan is a TrueFire savage. I think so too, Donald. 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 You're not incorrect. Donald. But Donald. I'm sorry, I saw a question there. What was that? It was, shiza. Any thoughts on Nile Rodgers' phrasing voice and clucking? You know what? I haven't really played along specifically with any Nile Rodgers things over the years. I think there may have been a few things, but do I have any strictly slide lessons? Well, there is some slide stuff in my overview, my first course. I do have a book on standard tuning slide with video, and that's available. That's a Hal Leonard thing, but you can get that through my website. But I am going to do an all slide thing where I'll do a couple different tunings, maybe on this next thing happening that I'll do in September. Someone wants to hear Dylan's own music. You know, Dylan was making some jams for a while there. I'm sure he'll do some more coming up here soon. He's got He's got his own take on things, and it is delicious. Do I like eggs? I'm going to say yes. I am a fan. I am a fan of eggs. Yes. Correctamundo. You said you were going into acoustic guitar lesson DVDs. That's still on the way, by the way. Your German's fluent. It is an acoustic. Well, it's more like a solo guitar thing. I did use the Acoustasonic Jazzmaster just for ease of recording of what we were doing with an acoustic sound. I did do a couple of the tunes. There's 6 tunes, 4 of which are on the Acoustasonic Jazzmaster, and 2 of which I did on, I believe, the Strat, if I'm not mistaken. And they all turned out pretty doggone good, if I may be so bold. Nathan Cloud wants to know if Dylan's into the metals.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, he says. He's a little bit into the metals. But not like totes. I mean, I appreciate it. He appreciates it. And, well, thank you very much. J. Robs 318 said this stream is the best. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate that. Yes, Dylan should sing, but he won't. At one point, I think he will. He'll just break into it. He'll start going, you know what? The name is Dylan, I'm a powerful soul. Get out of my way, 'cause I'm out of control. Feel my wrath, feel my wrath, feel my wrath, feel my wrath. That's going to be his theme song. Feel my wrath, coming on strong. Dylan James Koch.
That's right.
Right? It'd be good. How about just speaking? There you go. Dylan could speak on his recording.
Well, I got us this overhead here, but yes, I do in fact speak.
Yeah, he does speak. Do I play with low action? Not really. It's believe it or not, when I get the guitars from Reverend, that's exactly the way I keep them. How they set them up is how I play them by Jimmy the Jangle Jingle. Does Dylan still play in the Dead cover band? No, he hasn't done that in a while.
Yeah, since pre-COVID, I believe.
In the hours in pre-COVID, he played with the Dead band when...
They got Matt Liben playing with him, and Matt Liben's a beast.
Yeah, they got old Matt Liben doing it now.
He's a beast.
The Wrath of Koch, that is correct. I swear I have Dylan in the background on a Viking TV show. They have... Gina, we did the boogie. We did that doggone boogie earlier. We started with the boogie and we made it. We started with the boogie and we made it. Do I personally ever make any adjustments to string heights, intonation, or truss rods? Only under distress and duress. Usually I just send my guitars to people that have them set up, but I can do it if I need to do it, although I always have to remember, which way does the truss rod thing go again? And then I have to do it, because I do it so infrequently. But if I have to do it, I remember one time I showed up to do a Fender clinic in Quebec City, which is a beautiful place, I might add. And the main guitar I was supposed to play was buzzing so bad that it was like unplayable. So I had to set it up. So I had to do what I had to do, and it turned out all right. So under protest, I can set my guitars up, but I usually don't do it. Can you dig it? She's so Nova Scotia cold, that she is. Righty tighty, left loosey. I see you, John Morrell, and I'm hip. What was that Johnny Winter song again, Dre? Actually, no, that was a Muddy Waters tune, but I did play in the style of old Johnny Meets Muddy. That was. We actually recorded a pretty savage version of that song that'll be on the next record called "Can't Be Satisfied." It's quite an aversion, quite the aversion. Version? Quite the aversion. Wait a minute, quite the version. Holy cats! Greetings from French Guiana. Love your tone and personality. Keep on rocking. Well, thanks you for tuning in. Well, you don't get that every day. A French Guiana individual. I bet it's beautiful down there right now. Yes, Medicaid, the coldest winter I ever had was a summer loving you. Am I right? That's an old Mark Twain line that I adjusted for a blues lyric. He said, the coldest winter I ever knew was a summer in San Francisco. And I thought, I can come up with one. Put that in a relationship scenarios. And kapow! Is the word record used for both whole album and single song recording? I believe it is. I like to say, when I say record, I mean an album. But I suppose it could mean a single as well. I got a new record out. It's a single called Nubby's the Hordersman. We got Buenos Aires in the house as well. Can you dig it? Does anyone remember Eric Sardinas? I certainly do remember Eric Sardinas. Funny story, David Sparks. Eric Sardinas was managed by the same gal that was managing Steve Vai back in the day. I don't know if they still are managed by the same individual, but this is going back in the aughts. In the aughts! And I sat in with Steve Vai. His band came to Milwaukee. He's like, you want to come down and sit in? I said, yeah. I mean, you don't say no to Steve Vai. You're going to sit in and play a song, diggity dog it. And I went down there, and I brought a super reverb that I was using at the time, which I thought would be more than loud enough. But when I went on stage to set up for the sound check, Steve Vai's stage volume is, well, he's got it so that there's certain places on stage he can stand and the feedback will come, right? So it's pretty loud on stage, but he himself is wearing earplugs and all kinds of, he's got in-ears and yada, yada, yada. And he said, did you bring ear protection? I said, am I going to need it? And I quickly answered my question with yes, because it was very, very loud on stage. And I just made sure everything worked, and then I left and came back later. And when we did the encore, the song was My Guitar Wants to Kill Your Mama. And at one point, Eric Sardinas and I and Steve were flailing back and forth. I can't even remember what was played because I couldn't hear a damn thing. But I do remember I was playing my 63 Strat through a super reverb, so it sounded pretty good, as I recall. But what are you going to do? What's in the jar, Dylan? That's his water. That's his water container.
That it is.
Yes. Zappa. We like our Zappa here in Koch residence. Ultra World Tour. Yeah, that must have been it. This is going back to 2000, I want to say 2004. Does that sound about right? 2003, 2004. Somewhere in that nape of the neck. Yeah. Can you dig it? Are we coming to the Bay Area anytime soon? Michael, I will let you guys know when we get out to California. I'm actually going to be out in Eureka in a couple weeks, visiting my daughter out there. But we're flying in and out of Arcata, actually. So I'll be close, but not close enough. But at some point, we'll get the band out there again. Can you dig it? Koch, shout out to Dennis. Dennis Charles, a shout out to you. Dennis Charles, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Connecticut needs a fix of KMT. You know what? We need to get out to the East Coast in general. We have not been with the trio yet, and that is a shame because I think there's a pretty good population base in the upper East Coast area. Might be a good idea for us to get out there at some point. Yeah. Come to the damn Bay Area, yes, or Sacramento, and bring Monty Montgomery with you. Yeah, we've had some fun times with Monty Montgomery. He's sat in with the ensemble on a couple of occasions, and we've always had good times. Good times. Can you dig it? Greg, will you be doing any Ontario, Canada shows this year? Not that I know of, Barry C. I would very much like to get up to Canada, but we shall see. The year's kind of playing out a little bit. We're kind of taking it easy based on, stuff going on in world and not going on in world. But we will keep you apprised of all activities. Stuff's starting to come in. Come to Manchester, England, Ben. We will get there again. Who's on the podcast this week? This week it's going to be Fred Tackett from Little Feet. So on this Thursday, Fred Tackett of the Feet. Right? Yeah. I got to get another one locked and loaded for next week. I got to get on that. I got to get on that. We'd love to get out to Vermont too, doggone it. That would be fantastic. Please, for the love of eggs, come to Knoxville. Well, that's going to happen right around the time that we do in late August, that we do Andy Wood's guitar camp. I think Andy Wood's band and our band, the KMT, is going to do a show in Knoxville. So that's going to be towards the end of August. We still have to work that all out. And then we're going to route something all the way down and all the way back. So hopefully there'll be some stuff around there. Can you dig it? Ben says, I will give you a free egg after the gig. Delicious. What podcast? I have my own podcast called Chewing the Gristle. Been doing it for a couple years now. We're almost coming to the end of the second season. There's quite a few episodes in each season. Larry Lane says, have we ever played at Kane's Ballroom in Tulsa? No, we played at a club right down the street from there last time we were there. We walked by Kane's and we thought, we should be playing Kane's Ballroom. But instead we played at, whatever that place was right down the street, more of a rock club. A buddy of mine put it together kind of last minute just so we would have something to do on our way down to Texas, or on our way back from Texas, I believe. Can you dig it? Can you dig it, people? Can you dig it? How's about a Tim Pierce Gristlecast? That's an excellent idea. I should reach out to old Tim Pierce.
About that Doyle.
I gotta get Doyle Bramhall on there. He would be excellent. He's an old acquaintance from back in the day. Doyle Bramhall. I've tried to get my buddy Jimmy Herring on there, but some people he's just like, man, I don't really like to do that kind of stuff. But we go back a long way, so it's not like we wouldn't be palsies about it. It's totally cool. If he doesn't want to do it, that's fine. But I've been trying to get him to do it since the beginning of Cove, and so it will be, when it does happen, it'll be epic because we always have a good time shooting the breeze or chewing the gristle, if you will. Tried to get Guthrie Govan on, and he was like, I don't really want it. I'm like, okay, fine, no problem, because I've known him for a long time. Pete Thorne I've had on. Pete Thorne is on there. Pete Thorne is on there. There's a lot of people on the podcast. Everyone from, we mentioned Steve Vai, Steve Lukather, Kirk Fletcher, Josh Smith, Joe Bonamassa. It goes on, and I can't remember. A lot of folks. Joe Satriani. Jason Isbell, Kirk Fletcher, so on and so forth. Can you dig it? KMT was booked at Tyler, Texas at Stanley's Barbecue, canceled due to COVID. Yeah, I remember that. Doggone it. 73 episodes on the podcast. Thank you for that. I didn't know exactly how many, but that's a lot. Oh, I'm sure Doyle has stories. Oh, he's had stories when we've been together, and I enjoyed every one of them. Last time we hung out with Doyle was at the Sweetwater Gear Fest a couple years back.
Wasn't he at the Pabst or the Riverside or something like that?
No. We hung out with them there, and where else were we at when he was around?
I could have swore it was one of the theaters around here. He was lurking somewhere backstage, hanging out.
Oh, at the Hendrix thing. Yeah, that's where we saw him. Eric Gales is on there as well, absolutely. Who do people contact to book us? We have an agent. We have Tomo on there as well, exactly. You go through our booking agent, which is a True Grit out of Austin, Texas. True Grit. And you can access that through my website at gregkoch.com. Can you dig it? See you Saturday. You're coming to the show. Yeah, this Saturday in Dallas. The KMT will be down there doing our thing. 1 o'clock on the, I believe it's the Sweetwater stage, if I'm not mistaken. Chris Buck we've had on. Yes, we've had Chris Buck on. Diggity dog on it. And who else? I can't remember. I just had Danish Pete on. Nathaniel Murphy just had on. He's amazing. A lot of different people. And we're going to have more people. I'll probably get more people lined up when I'm down in Texas, because we did Red Volkert's been on, Arlen Roth, Bill Kirchen. I'll get Sonny Landreth to come on. He's an old acquaintance. I'll make sure I can wrangle him into doing one. That'd be fantastic to talk with him and pick his mighty brain. And I gotta get Monty Montgomery on as well, doggone it. So many opportunities. Mike Keneally would be awesome as well. I'll definitely get that. Growing the ponytail, I got a full-on skullet going, man. If I let the hair down, it's long. I'm growing out the skullet. Mm-hmm. Again, I do find it funny anytime somebody sees long hair. Oh, you got the mullet. Nope. A mullet is a conscious thing where you, of course,
You gotta get the sides going.
yeah, you cut that top short and you keep the back long. If it's just long all over, or at least everything is as long as it can be where it's growing, that is not a mullet. That's just hair, ladies and gentlemen. Or as I like to call it, the skullet. But be that as it may. Can you dig it? Donald McCoy says, will you guys play my keg party? Well, funny you should mention that, Donald, because we have actually said yes to a few parties this summer for friends that have made offers that we couldn't understand. So anything is possible. And yes, I got to solidify a gig that we're going to be doing on a pontoon boat going down the Milwaukee River that you can rent kayaks to Phalanx, the vessel that we will be on. And they're like, hey, would you be up for doing this? You know, the dough's pretty good. You know, you're on this boat, and it'd be cool if you just do the Hendrix set. I'm like, that sounds so weird. How could I say no to playing Hendrix surrounded by kayaks in the Milwaukee River on a beautiful summer's day on a Wednesday? Folks, how could I say no to that? Well, I haven't said yes, so I guess I haven't said anything yet. But that's the opportunity in the offing. Yeah, it's a pontoon boat. Well, apparently many bands have done it. It's a big pontoon boat, and so if it sinks, you know, it's been nice knowing y'all. Might curtail our streaming practices if indeed we go down with the ship, the SS Gristle. I guess it's going to be called that particular day. Sit right back, go hear a tale of a mighty ship. Scotty Anderson would be awesome as well, wouldn't he, to have on the show? Tommy Emmanuel would be great as well. And J.D. Simo's on there. So many people, 73 folks so far. Diggity doggone it. Jennifer Batten's been on. Angela Petrilli's been on. So many people. John Morrell says, sorry, I don't fancy phalanxing your vessel. I see what you did there, and I applaud it. I applaud that steadfast admonition of limits and red lines. I like it. Life is an adventure, Robert Wilson. That is correct. Dilligan, sit right back and we'll hear the tale of a mighty D. The Phalanx of Gristle. There we go. Warren Haynes would be great. You know, I've only talked to Warren one time. I don't know how I would probably have to go through people. That's the only problem. The thing is with the podcast people, it's whoever I can get a hold of as quickly as possible. And who returns my missives and says, oh, hey, I've had other guys on the line I've had Robert Randolph on the line for probably 6 months. Hey, I definitely want to do it. You know, let me know. And blah, blah, blah. So, you know, we got to make it all happen. The Quarantune boat. I see what you did there, Albar. I like it. All right, folks, you know what? We've already gone overboard. We've had a nice talk today. We've had a nice talk. We'll be back tomorrow. Got some delicious guitars from Wildwood. I'll see what I'll be... I've had Rick Beato on as well. Derek Trucks and Susan Tedeschi would be awesome as well, yes. I've had Rick Beato on for sure. I've had Rick on the shoe. Can you dig it? All right, folks, thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget, for all things Fishman, there is a link in the description of this video where you can zap on over and check out all the cool offerings they have from the pickups, of course, that I use, all the Fishman pickups, Fishman Fluence, Gristletime pickups, and of course I like the classic humbuckers and the single width pickups for Stratocaster as well, and the various accoutrements that go with them, the power supplies and whatnottery. And of course, there's all the acoustic stuff that I like to use as well. So many activities. And if you, all things Gristle can be found at my website, gregkoch.com. Doggone it, our schedule is on there where we're playing. And of course, you can get everything from hats to my Gristle King pedal to pickups, all the books, and of course the link to all the stuff from TrueFire, all those new courses that are now available, as well as Skype lessons. I've got to book a couple Skype lessons this week for some people that have. I'm going to get those in before going out of Dallas. But other than that, my schedule's pretty open. So, which I like. I like not having a ton in the queue, which is nice, and I don't have to go crazy. But they come in at a nice pace. I do them, and they're good, clean fun. So, anyways, folks, take it easy, but take it.